Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. I've got another 3D print lesson for you all, which I think you'll really enjoy. I'm here at school with Bones today, and he's been playing with some of the dog joint prints that you all have sent me. Um, Here's one that was done by, let's see, I think this was Alexander's. He was the first one to get one in. Very nice. Emil's is here. Isaac, I got yours here. I got my soft cast off. I still got this hard thing on. And I can't really get these base plates off. So I'm going to leave these for you guys all to figure out. I've gotten some other ones as well. Before you double check to make sure that your print is on the work plane, very, very flat. I got a really nice one. Actually, Maya did a very good job with a cat in the joints, but it wasn't quite on the print plane. And when I went to try and print it, the filament it was a big mess because it wasn't being adhered to the work plane. Anyways, just double check all those things. Make sure you group it. Make sure you name it. And today, what I'm going to show you how to make is a little robot. All right, yeah, so here we got all the different pieces that we're going to need. You're going to be making this here. Here's my little robot. And some other pieces that are going to be in your each of your files is going to be the battery holder and then something else to make this hole in the back. And once we all come back to school together, I've got the batteries and the motors, and I just clip my battery in there, and I'm going to take it and put it in the back of my robot, like so, and I'm going to turn it on. And there we go. All right, so it's not like an amazing little thing, but what's important here, guys, is just the process of learning how to do stuff and put it together. And as we get more advanced, we can make bigger prints, we can get bigger motors, we can get bigger batteries, and this isn't too bad. Actually, I think what would probably make it better is if on the bottom we put maybe a couple little spikes coming down. So right now there's a lot of surface area causing a lot of friction. And if we were to reduce that friction, then our little robo would move around a lot faster. But for now, let's just work on making the robot and being creative with it. I've got a couple of different things I haven't shared with you before to play with, and so I hope you enjoy. Now make sure you let me know when you're done with your print, and I'll start cooking them out. And Bones, say goodbye, everybody. Whoop. Bye, everybody. See you later. Hope you're doing well. I miss you all a ton. Bye. Hello, fifth graders. Okay, I'm going to walk you through the steps of how you can make your own little dancing robot. And I hope you have a lot of fun with it. There's some advanced things here, so just be patient and always make sure you just have fun with it. So the goal of what we're going to do is this object right here is going to be where the battery and the motor goes for our little dancing robot. In the back here, there's a little opening for the switch. And once we get back to school, I have the motors, batteries, and switches that we can all work together and put that stuff in the right place. This piece right here is what's called a cutout. And when we finish our design for what our little robot's going to look like, we're going to put our cutout inside of our little robo design and group them, and that's going to make space for this to go into our little robot. Now, a couple of new things I haven't shared with you yet. Not the align, I know you all know the align, but I'm going to line these two up like this, and I'm just going to join these two together, and there at the back. Okay, so I've got these, so the space where our motor and battery are going to go is at the back of our robot. Going to group these two. Just so, there we go. So there, the motor is going to just fit nicely into here. Now, something I learned in this process is if you go up to the color, where we change the colors and such, over here in the corner it says transparent. All right. So what that does is allows us to see inside, and we can actually get a look to see how this is all going to line up. So if I do those same two alignments, all right, so I can actually see inside how this is all going to fit together, which is pretty cool. You can see where the battery is going to go down at the bottom, motor here, and in the back is where our switch is going to go. Okay, so I'm going to back this one out. I'm going to turn off the transparent, and then I'm going to ungroup those two, our cutout and our robot. Get this out of get this guy out of the way. And now these two shapes, I don't need these for now. Okay, so I'm going to have them go into, let's call it our file cabinet. And if I select both of those, I click on the light bulb here, it's a hide selection, and that goes away. Now for this one, I'm going to leave this guy here in the corner so you can kind of get an idea of how I'm going to build this thing. Now I need to make sure that my structure is going to be able to fit over that cutout. And that cutout was 33.72 by 25.4. So I need to make sure that mine's going to be bigger than that. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to make it, let's say, whoop, not that small, 36 by, let's no, 32 by 36. All right, and I'm going to take it up to 36 as well. Okay, got my cylinder out here, which is 32 across and a length of 36. Got a height of 36. Going to max out sides at 64. I'm going to put my bevel at, let's see, 1.5, close to it. And my segments, I'm going to go to 3, go to 4. All right, and that just smooths things out a little bit. Now, back to our little R2-D2 here. I'm going to go ahead and take it all apart. All right, just so you can see the steps of everything that I'm doing here. First thing I want to make down is at the bottom here. This is like a rib that's sticking out. So I need to figure out how to make a ring just like that. Okay, so you can see the outside is 36 by 40, and On the inside is a hole that is 31 by 35. Let's put that back here, and let's bring another disc out, another cylinder. Do my sides. I'm going to bevel it. Let's go 1.5. And I'm going to, let's segments just a little bit, 4, 5, 4. Okay, good. And I'm going to bring this down to, wait a minute, I forgot what it is. So let's go back here and see. Okay, that's at 2. I'm going to call it, I'm going to make it 3. Okay, I'll go back here. I'm going to give this 3. And so the outside, I'm going to make it, so it's going to be 36 by 40. Okay. Now I need to just cut the middle out of this, and that's going to be pretty easy. So again, I said we needed to have, I don't need to mess with bevel or segments here, so I want 31 by 35. Okay, and just to keep things organized, I'm going to do that. Bring this down to, what is it? 3. Actually, I'm going to go to, well, let's go to 3. I'm going to make it a hole. I'm going to group, align. Okay, and I'm going to group them. And there I got that. Okay, so let's put this over to the side here for now. We'll make it red, so it's just following. Okay, my next thing I want to do is this second one here. So this is a ring that's actually a hole. All right, and let's see, I made this one 4.63. It might have changed. So, 4 or 5 is something like that. And it's 32 by 36 is on the outside. Okay, so 32 by 36, and if you recall, that's the same dimensions of this one here. All right, so basically what we're going to do is we want to create something that's going to, make a ring around this and go in. All right, so I'm going to put that one back away. But in order to do that, we kind of do like a reverse engineering thing here. And so we're going to make a disc let's do our bevels again. 32 by 36. Make it 4. And we got our cylinder out here. 32 by 36. And we're going to make it 4. And then we're going to need to put another disc out here, another cylinder. That green. And I'm going to give it some sides. Keep everything clean. And this one, I'm going to make it 31 by 35. All right, and we're going to make this 4. And I'm going to make it a hole. Okay, and then we're going to align these two like that. Center one, center one. And I'm going to group. Okay, so now we have this, the outside is 32 by 36, and the inside is smaller. All right, so there's my ring. Now, we want to make this a hole. All right, so we'll just make it a hole. And you'll see here that that is what we've just created there. I'm going to double check. So that hole looks a little thicker. So I goofed. Believe it or not. All right, that did look a little small, so let's go back and put that away. Not a problem. This is what's great about Tinkercad. We can go back in and tinker this thing. So that inside one, instead of being 35 by 31, it's 34 by 30. And again, we want to align. Group. And turn it into a hole. Okay. So this one is, let's call that 3. I'm going to make it 3. So I can take this and raise it up 3. We'll make it, raise it up 4. And then let's go ahead and align these two. Go right on top of each other. Did that get aligned? Double check again. 1. Come on. And 2. All right. And so this now, if we join these, it's going to show me the height of 8. Okay, that's cool. So let's take these and group them. No, I guess I can't do that. So it's 8. Let's take this. I'm going to copy that one. And I'm going to raise it up 8. I'm going to raise it up 9 just so we have a little more texture on ours. 9, I can do that. And then I'm going to align these 3. Okay. Then we'll take our hole, copy, paste, and we'll bring it up. I'm just going to eyeball this one. 12. Okay, I'm just going to eyeball this one. Bring it up. Now, you don't have to stack them right on top of each other. If you want to just have one more, if you want to make something else, yeah, that's all fine. And again, I'm going to align. Okay. My other ring, let's copy that, paste, go up. I'm going to move my perspective a little bit so I can see that that's looking good. And you know, to save some time, I'm going to go ahead and copy that as well. I'm going to take it up. Like so. And let's align all these. I missed that last one. I will add that I'm still doing this one-handed, which is still kind of a pain, but so it goes. All right, so here I have all my ribs, just like this one over here. And let's take all these shapes I have right now. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And line them there and there. Okay, so that's what I've got here so far. Looks like is that looking about the same? About the same. Looks like I'm going to change this. Let's move these around just a little bit. I'm going to bring this up a little bit. Now, could I make it? I could make it a little higher. So let's see. I can make that a little thicker, I guess you'd say. So instead of it being 4, I could go to 7. and then lower that down. I kind of like that. And there you go. Okay, like a fire hydrant. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is super, super cool. I'm going to move this, all this stuff. I'm going to just get it off of my desktop. Now, these little things here. Let's not do that. Now, where did I get that shape? You might be wondering. And I made it out of something. Let's go to Shape Generator. We're going to go to Featured. All right, Extrusion. All right, this is a really interesting one. You can make any shape you want using this tool. Where are you? All right, so this allows us to take a shape and manipulate it however we like. And then we have these little ones here. We'll push it around like that. I guess let's see if we can make a question mark. I guess if that's a comma. Okay. And so for this, let's see, I'm going to bring this, I'm going to try and replicate my little ear there. Make that a little bigger over here. Okay, it sort of looks like that. And so that's all on the desktop now. And you know, other things you can do with this, once I go here, I'm going to make it, it's just like 5 centimeters. So next thing I want to do, actually want to make a little more space to work with. See this little button over here on the side, little arrow? If I print that, then my shapes go away. That gives me just a little more space to work with. And what happened over here? So I'm going to need 2 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and let's copy. And one is going to be on this side, the other is going to be on the other side. I'm going to take this and flip it over. And if I zoom in a little bit on this, and I can flip it over 180 degrees. I can always type in that number and be easier. I always tell you guys to do that. And then I need to bring them up, and that's going to be this one over here. I'm going to bring it up 90 degrees. Okay, 90. And this one, I'm going to do the same. 90. So that's a lot easier, isn't it? And I'm going to bring these up a little bit. And if I recall, my shape here was 32. So if these are right next to each other, I'm just going to eyeball. Each one of the grids here is 10 millimeters by 10 millimeters. So if I go out about something like that, that should be about right. If not, that's okay. We'll get it figured out. I take these 2 shapes. I can go ahead and group them. And now before I get too far, I've got all my shapes here. I don't want to keep track of too many different shapes. I went to group them, and it caught this one over here, so I don't want that. I don't want that either. So let's just make sure we got our shapes there. Okay, 7 shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to group them. And then, so I remember I grouped these as well. So Let's take this, go like that. We're going to get 2. Align them. I'm going to just put them in the center here, center like that. Okay, I wasn't too far off. I'm going to raise these up just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to ungroup them so they'll be independent. And I can have that go in, have this one go in till I'm someplace that I like. I mean, heck, for that matter, if you wanted to copy them and put them on the other side as well. As a matter of fact, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. So if let's take this and go up. So notice I'm 16 millimeters up. Do the same, take this 16, went the wrong way. I'm sorry, I should have done the arrow. 16 up. Okay, and I did that, I wanted to get away from that other shape so that when I group them, I start up here, go on the very top. Okay, I went above that and I group them, so now they're moving together. Go back. So I'm going to go ahead and do Command V. Now I got 2, and I'm going to rotate them. Let's come in a little bit. I'm going to do it 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Bring them this way a little bit. That way a little bit. This way a little bit. I can go ahead and take a look at my top perspective. Those look about right. Not as nice as the other ones. Okay. I kind of like that. Go back. Okay, I'm going to put a little ribbon on top of this one. And maybe we can do a parabola like I did before. LC, you can put a heart on top. Let's see, a star. I'm going to do this star. And let's get that out of here. 38, remember it's 32 by 36. So I'm just going to do, go 30 by 30. Keep it pretty easy. I think I'll make it 14. And I went down a little bit, so I need to raise it up to 0. And I need to remember the height. I haven't grouped these little wings yet, so I'm looking at a height of 36. I'm going to bring this one up 35. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and group my little wings there. I would say 4 shapes. Oh, okay, I know why. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's group them. Oh, I missed that one. Group. And then I'm going to put this on. It doesn't look like it's... I'm going to make it a little smaller. Let's do 28 by 28. Let's make that 28 by 28. Going to align them so it's all in the center. Okay. That's kind of nice. Yeah. Oh, you know what? It does look a little off because the way the star is. But you can move that around just a little bit. And then I'm going to group. Okay, so it says 3 shapes. Okay, I caught that one in the back there. Don't want that. Go that way. 2 shapes, group. Okay, kind of looks like a pagoda. Okay, now I'm going to take my cutout, which I had in the back of my other one, and I'm going to include it. I'm going to need, I'll just bring that over here, line up the 2, line. I'm going to put them in the center here, and back there. Okay, and that's where a little bit of a problem here is because this thing is hanging out over the side a bit. It didn't get all the way in as far as I wanted to. So just got to double check. I'm going to push that in just a little bit. Okay, that's too far because we can see that side's coming out. I'm going to back it up. Okay, there we go. Since it's all hidden now. And I'm going to group them. Okay. You see, I missed this little spot right here, so I'm going to go back. Let's take there, that should have gotten it. All right, so there we have it. Motor's going to insert right in there. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so there you go. Let me know when you have yours done, and I'll start printing these things out. This little one takes about 20 minutes, and the bigger one takes about an hour and a half. I think I should be able to get these done by the time we all get back together. So happy tinkering, and I look forward to some really fun prints. So take care, everybody, and stay tuned for my next YouTube on 3D printing, or maybe something else. Bye-bye.